1, 2, 3. JID Better, everybody.
What an introduction.
Welcome to the JID episode, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
Oh my
so
God.
glad we're here. This is
Dude,
what we've
this
been waiting
summer,
for.
it has been...
It's been ramping up.
It has been ramping up. Clips came and everything changed.
We needed that, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, once the clips came, everything got it. It's been so good. We are so spoiled as fans. Good, thank you. Anyway, so how's your guys' week? It's been crazy. We're recording on Friday, and the albums that came out this week is nuts.
Insane.
Insanely stacked. And we've actually listened to quite a bunch of them, actually.
Yeah, but I was going to say, we used to always record on Friday, and that was the pro of recording on Friday, is being able to, talk about it live.
Yeah.
But
I think there was, a period where, we would talk about, the week before or something,
the issue is that by the time we actually talked about the news, it was, essentially 2 weeks out, and it's like, okay, the news is gone. It came in fast.
Anyway. But hell of a lot of releases. Hell of an album we're reviewing this week.
Yes.
JID, God Does
Album of the Year contender.
An album of the year contender. Not spoiler alert, but album of the year contender.
And it's not really a surprise. We knew this.
No, honestly, I think that will come down a whole lot of any kind of criticism I have of the album is just that it's just not surprising. It is just
it's what we expected, but that's a good thing.
Right,
it's
yeah.
Fun.
All right, do we want to run down all the albums that came out this week?
Yes, absolutely. Like we said, it is Friday, so I think at least one of us have listened to every single album that has released, but starting off, the reason, honestly, this podcast exists.
Chance the Rapper has dropped, ladies and gentlemen. The one time I wish we had Jasper's fucking...
Honestly, yeah.
Mission accomplished.
You have it.
That's
what?
You barely have lights.
Did Jasper supply this? What?
Is this a J-spiracy?
It's magic.
Yeah, it does. Well, yeah, for any kind of long time listener, we've been tracking. Our first episode was about Chance the Rapper. It was still our most popular episode. And we've been literally counting down this album since the first episode of this podcast in 2022.
Wow. 3 years.
Which was still 2 years after the big day.
Yeah, which was still 2 years after the big day.
We're here.
I think next week we'll probably do a review round. Let's go over all the episodes. Let's go over all the albums.
We have a lot to cover. That's just one of them.
That's probably the biggest one. Best one, we'll see. Biggest one, absolutely. And we've all listened to it.
It was the most meaningful. So yes, we all listened to it. We'll kind of talk more about it next week.
It's not awful. It was good. It's it's good. It's good. We'll get more into
lives
it.
to see
better than mid.
Way better than mid. Definitely better than mid. Yeah, way better than mid. We'll talk about it. It's kind of the most annoying level of quality it could have been. You know what I mean?
It was the right amount, though.
It was very.
It's what he needed.
It's gonna be good. I think this is I have a lot. Do you know how sometimes you're yeah, there's nothing to say about this album. It's very good or it's very bad. No, I have a lot to say about the Chance album.
It will be one of our actual reviews that will be a full review.
Yeah.
It won't just be praising it.
No, yeah. It's a full review. There's a lot to talk about. It will probably be the headliner in our review of Palooza next week. Anyway, you want to go down some of the other?
Yes.
We've got 3 hip-hop releases and then one of our just special friends from outside the genre just putting out an album that we have to talk about.
We have K-Tronada dropping No Damn Way, or Ain't No Damn Way, I should say. Surprise release. He just announced it last week. I've listened to it. It's fully instrumental. It's a great listen.
Is it vibey?
Extremely. Great house music.
Yeah. No, this It's up there. Like I've listened to 3 of these 5 albums. I fully intend to listen to all 5 by the end of tomorrow.
Mhm. Same. We also have That Mexican OT, another surprise release just announced last week.
Recess.
He is dropping Recess. I know, Jeff, you said you listened to it? Oh, the
I
mic.
did. It's actually really good. It
Okay,
is.
okay.
It's got a lot of really good features. You have Lil Wayne. You have uh, Peso Peso. You have Denzel Curry, and it's like just over an hour. Got 22 songs. Feels a lot like a mixtape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
kind of the vibe I'm getting from the cover and everything. I don't know. I think that Mexican OT might fall in the Golden Boy territory because I've been a fan since Johnny Dang.
He does.
I'm excited to see it.
There is a that song does get mentioned in this album.
I don't doubt it, but yeah. And I'm a huge fan, so I'm very excited to listen to him too. It's wild.
Oh, yeah. Now I don't know how to say this person's name because I don't know them, so I'm not.
Joey Valence and Bray.
Okay.
Yeah, Joey Valence and Bray. Yeah, no, absolutely. They're pretty popular. Like they have like 7-8 million streams. Like I don't know, that obviously,
I know I'm the odd one out, but after like I heard 3 or 4 people talk about it just this morning, I was like, clearly I'm just out the loop.
Yeah, no, they have the same audience as Run the Jewels. That's what I would say about them. They are alternative hip hop.
Instead of being it's just 2 white guys.
Yeah. Well, one of them's half Asian. But you
Oh,
know,
I didn't.
who cares? But very influent. I would say they are to the Beastie Boys what like Run the Jewels is the Run DMC. They're very throwback. They have kind of a punk aesthetic. I really liked their first album, Punk Tactics, that came out in 2023. I never actually got around to their second album though. Like their second album had a song with Danny Brown I really liked, and then I just don't think I ever listened to it. It's called No Hands. This is their newest one, Hyper Youth. Yeah, I know. That's what I think every time, and then it's like I don't want to listen to this. I want to listen to that one.
I now want to go listen.
Yeah, they're very different kinds of hip hop. But yeah, no, this is an awesome. It's like an alty kind of hip hop, kind of very old school mixed with new school. It's really out there though. Like it does get sonically very different.
Okay.
Like one of my favorite songs off it is one with featuring Tia Corinne. And it's like, oh, one of these like nerd rappers finally made a song you could shake ass to. Like it's like, so there's a lot of energy. A lot of old school wordplay. This one's a little bit more dynamic. There's a great song with JPEG Mafia. Honestly, listen to their song with JPEG Mafia. If you like it, you're going to like the album. If you don't, you won't. Like, it really is as simple as that. Like, it's a specific kind of throwbacky kind of, like Run the Jewels. It's like a modern version of like a throwbacky sound. I think they're awesome. I low-key think I may have liked it more than Starline. I don't think it's as good as the album we're discussing today, but like, I think it's a highlight of the year for me. I really quite like it, actually. So I highly recommend it. If you have any fond memories of the Beastie Boys, this is going to be like insane.
To be honest, I don't know if I ever listened to the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, it's like I think like you got to be a specific kind of hip hop fan,
That's fair.
to really get into them. I think the Beastie Boys are fucking great. I think they're one of the best.
I do respect them.
Yeah, like they have probably the best tested legacy of like any white rapper, to be completely real. Like or like a group, but like they're awesome. Like I get why they're a little harder to get into for people who came of age post Kanye West, though, right? The same way I think like you might bounce off, like some people might bounce off of Wu-Tang or like Rakim, right? Like I totally get that.
For sure.
But yeah, highly recommend.
All right, bet. And then last but not least, we have Rise Against.
Yeah,
Now, Jeff,
Yeah,
you listened to this?
Ricochet.
Right?
I've listened to this album like 4 times already.
yeah, I listened to
Okay.
it
It's
too.
phenomenal.
Oh, okay.
It's short. It's only like 42 minutes.
Yeah, it's short. It's angry. It's very
Rebellious.
political.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Like I was
it's
telling Brandon, it's the only thing better than a Run the Jewels album right now with what's going on in the country is a Rise Against album. So
yeah,
we got one of the two.
yeah. No, it's very cathartic. Like if you like everyone, I think on this podcast, I think most of the people in our social circle, I think there's just a part of our brain reserved for just hating Donald Trump. If that's you, this is gonna just give you a bit of dopamine. Like,
Exactly what you need.
right. And like Rise Against, they're on a great run of albums. You know, I really like it. I think it feels very in line with Wolves and Nowhere Generation. I was talking to Jeff about it before, and it's like, you know, I feel like rock bands, especially like legacy rock bands, they stop becoming focused on albums. Some still make great albums. The Foo Fighters' most recent album is a very good album, but most of them just really, you know, it's almost like the Drake thing before streaming. They release long things that, don't get me wrong, like have probably 6 or 7 excellent songs on them. But, you know, they sell the deluxe edition with all the songs on it. I'm thinking of like not Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is like, I feel like the typical, they're still making good music. It's just they don't make good albums like they did, like, you know, Blood Sugar Sex Magic anymore. Right? Like,
Yeah,
the
the singles they release are going to be the best songs off their album.
100%. And I feel like Rise Against is still an albums kind of artist, you know? So
Where some of their best songs aren't going to be released as their single.
exactly. And like, you know, I think I think listening to the album in its entirety is a rewarding experience. So yeah,
Yes.
I really like this album. I think Rise Against is on a
One of my
hell
recommendations is off this album.
Yeah, I might be recommending a song from Joey Valence and Bray. So but yeah, no, that it's been a crazy week of albums, man.
Crazy 2 weeks.
I'm just wrapping up
Yeah.
beautifully.
Everyone waited for the weekend and Kendrick to finish up their tours
Yeah.
so they can come out, announce their tour, drop their album, and go on to next year.
Dude,
Honestly,
Although this does make Grammy season a fucking bitch.
it does.
That's just Grammys, to be honest.
Yeah. All right.
True, but
Shall we move on to the singles and videos? Unlike the albums, I haven't seen any of these.
No, yeah, I didn't listen to a single. Cardi B is back. I believe this is a rollout to a future album coming out. Imaginary Players.
sounds like it.
Yep.
I think she announced something at because she was like the guest host at WWE's SummerSlam, and I think she announced like an album or something. She announced something. Maybe it's the
she's
single.
coming back.
I mean, I feel like it's about time. She's been gone for a while.
Yeah, she's popular. I'm not like a fan, but like I think she has overall been good for hip hop. So it's like, you know, like it's not something I'm going to listen to, but I'm also not going to be mad that it exists. Like,
exactly. She will have a placeholder of that bridge between Nicki Minaj and essentially every.
yeah, she was really the
now.
like when she kind of took it from Nicki Minaj, she kind of let a bunch of like, yeah, that's her main thing. Is that when she was
she's
at
what people thought Nicki Minaj would be.
Yeah, right. In that people, I really do think that, because I think that's why a lot of people don't fuck with Nicki Minaj, is because I think they wanted Nicki Minaj to usher in generations of young female rappers.
And now she just hates everybody.
Cardi B did that. So it's like, so yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be played in my house. So like
you're gonna hear it eventually.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I would probably listen to this. Is Steve Lacy?
Steve Lacy, yeah, he's back. I think he's also got a rollout coming up soon. He's dropping Nice Shoes. I'm sure it's a great vibe to it.
Yeah.
So I want to listen to that.
I wish I knew.
A$AP Ferg. ASAP Ferg is also dropped. Jesus, man. ASAP Ferg also dropped a single, Bike Air Anthem. I'm gonna be honest, I thought ASAP like completely
Folded.
ended and everyone dropped the ASAP, but I don't know.
No, I know ASAP Ferg drops pretty regularly, and he always goes by ASAP Ferg. So
Okay, fair enough.
It'd be
This
weird
was-
if he just went by Ferg.
I thought for a while he was literally going by Ferg, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Who knows?
or
Who knows?
something weird.
Maybe we're all wrong.
Honestly, it's more. Likely
Who's
that-
to say? Move on.
Who's to say?
Every true and false
Smino-
question should have a third option that is who's to say.
And that is more often than not the answer. Smino also dropped a freestyle, Alonzo freestyle. I think this is
I tried to listen to this afternoon, but dude, I just have been listening to music all day.
I listened to part of it and it was very good. I know this is was it a shout out to Denzel Washington? Hold on,
Maybe.
yeah.
Oh,
I think it
yeah,
was a shout out to Denzel Washington because he was talking about him in the interview.
Yeah,
So like that little back and forth.
very fun.
I like when an artist kind of relates to their fans and kind of does that little thing. And then last but not least, the other ASAP Rocky dropped 2 singles. I believe it is going to be a part of the soundtrack for this movie that Denzel Washington's in,
Yeah.
Yep.
which I'm very
Yeah, it's gonna
excited.
be highest
Yeah.
to lowest. He's on that soundtrack.
Yeah.
When does that come out? Do you know? I'm very.
I have
excited.
no
Soon.
idea.
I'm about to say it has to be soon if the soundtrack came in.
It's on Apple TV Plus.
Mm.
Oh,
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Oh,
Apple,
it's in theaters right now.
yeah, it probably will have a short run.
Damn, I gotta make.
Yeah,
sure
it
I
has
see that.
Denzel Washington and Jeffrey Wright
Huh.
and ASAP Rocky.
Mm.
Maybe I'll see it tomorrow.
You know, I will say, like,
It's a Spike Lee movie.
that probably will be good. That sounds good. And you know, ASAP Rocky actually has like a small role in one of my favorite indie movies that came out when I was in college. It's called Dope.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
love
I
that
think I've
movie.
seen those,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
so good. I remember following that movie based on like the buzz at film festivals and everything. It was like one of my earliest movie nerd kind of moments.
Yeah, I remember that's where you got me onto that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And ASAP Rocky has a small role in that, and you know what? He's really good. Like he's not just
He is.
like, oh, I'm just a rapper, I'm gonna be cool. Like, no, him
Yeah.
and Vince Staples. Vince Staples is in it too, and Vince Staples is actually funnier, but like,
Vince Staples has a whole show. He can act,
yeah,
and the
no,
Vince Staples show is very good. If you
yeah,
haven't seen
this was just 10 years before the Vince Staples show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's highly recommend. God, I love that movie. Anyway,
it.
do you want to move on to just the news?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna align with the actual album that we're talking about, but obviously JID has been doing his interviews to
Yeah.
kind of promote God Does Like Ugly, and on the Joe Biden show, he did mention that one, the fall off is amazing and is on the way, and
Mm.
two, him and J. Cole have an entire collab album already in existence. So please, I
Yeah.
am begging you.
I am begging. It is insane that we
Please.
don't have more JID J. Cole stuff.
Well,
it's
I was
almost
telling
weird.
Purvis when we were figuring out the
Yeah.
issues we were having before, I predict we get the fall off around Black Friday. And then they are going to announce a world tour, JID and J. Cole together. And I think
Damn.
I think they might even try and do it at I think they might try and do a stadium tour where they do like the baseball parks.
I need it, and I'm fully.
J.
on
Cole
board.
did
like them at
say he
Wrigley?
was going to be doing Wrigley on an album. He literally has like a bar where he says he
In
wants
Wrigley.
he's going to close out Wrigley Field one day.
So
What better way to do it
Welcome.
on his potentially last album?
Oh my God.
here for it.
That would be crazy. I live so close. That's
Pre-game in your
And
place.
they'll
Like-
probably have it If JID can shake the grounds of Grant Park,
Yeah,
you can probably hear it at your apartment,
I'll be there. You
I
would
will
have to
be
keep me
there.
away.
and we will be there.
You would
I
have to
will
keep
be
me away.
We will have
Oh,
to get floor seats.
yeah.
Will be.
Anyway, so let's just because that's just too exciting.
Yes,
I can't.
Moving on.
I hope the fall off is good. I really the one little single that J. Cole released this year, he put on his blog.
Out.
Yeah. I really like that song. That was actually one of my favorite songs of the year so far. So I am excited for the fall off. J. Cole did not have a great 2024, but he's J. Cole.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll bounce back.
I
He just
have
needs
no
to-
doubts.
One release and he will.
I have
already be
no doubts.
like 5 minutes after it drops.
Yeah, I have no doubts.
On to the rest of the news. It's not a specific big number, and we did celebrate the 50th, but the 52nd birthday of hip hop just passed on August 11th. We also have the release date of Kid Cudi's album for next week. We've been getting a lot of like quick release date announcement and then actually drops. I'm loving it. Don't have to wait that long. After that, we also have Doja Cat. She has finally announced her album will be releasing in September 26th. And then last but not least, we also got an announcement for Tyler, the Creator, because he just hasn't stopped working. He's had an insane year. He's now announcing that he's going to be in the movie Marty Supreme.
Yeah,
Christmas.
about the with Timothy
Pong.
Chalamet.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. So I'm happy. But
Yeah.
That's all.
I wouldn't doubt it if he has a single or anything on that album.
Yeah, no, I don't have. I definitely think that's inevitable, to be honest.
He is
And-
extremely active.
I wouldn't even doubt because I remember watching a ton of interviews with him when he was younger. Like he's always said he wanted to do movie scores, and I think that's if not here, I think it's something we're gonna see inevitably.
Oh yeah, I was saying something like that when we did the Chromacopia review. I think
Yeah.
it's inevitable because he did the Grinch movie.
Did he do the score or did he do the soundtrack?
I think he did both.
That would make sense. That's definitely
know.
possible. I'll look into it when we're done with the episode. But yeah, I do know he was heavily involved in that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, that movie looks good. I love Timothy Chalamet. It's just there's also just a dude in it that I hate.
I don't know anything about the guy, but it seems
He's just like the
everybody-
dude. He's the MAGA dude from Shark Tank, and I just don't like that he's pivoting into acting. And it's like, oh god damn it! Like, because if it wasn't for him, I would be unironically hyped for this movie. Right? Like, I like Timmy. I think he's a very good actor.
He's been on a good run too.
Yeah, legendary run.
Give me Doom 3.
He's doing it.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's
I
doing
need
it.
it. I need it.
Apparently, they had to move back the next Batman movie because Robert Pattinson is the villain in Dune 3.
That's hype.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love it.
Dude, Robert Pattinson, low key, one of the best actors. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
He's been doing very well too.
When you overlook that he did the Twilight movies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, him and Kristen Stewart got their bag and moved on and had much better careers. I'm not mad at them for that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like, once you look past that, yeah, everything.
And I was gonna say, I'm sure there's a massive fan base that loves that.
No, I'm get your money, dude. I'm not against it.
Well, neither am I.
Yeah,
Neither am
I get you. But yeah, let's move on. Oh, guys, this is huge.
JID Better.
JID Better.
JID Better.
Maybe
My
the original.
favorite Angel Boy.
Your favorite Golden Boy. Purvis, you want to introduce the album, introduce the artist?
Of course. I mean, JID is no stranger to this podcast, but obviously I've been following JID since day one. I am forever grateful that J. Cole signed him to Dreamville. I'm forever grateful that he met Earth Gang in college. I am just grateful to have his entire discography. Obviously he's coming off the Forever Story, which is considered one of the better hip hop albums
Very good.
of like this decade. by,
I'd
like,
say.
a lot of people.
I'd say.
And so it was kind of coming into it. It's like, can he do it again? I don't know if he can beat it, but if you can match the quality that you did for the Forever Story, you are on an insane run.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone is kind of take note of that, and he's gotten a lot of respect, and it shows. And God does not, or does like ugly. I guess we can just get into our first listens, or you guys want to talk about JID, the background with your JID? Because Jeff, I don't know if we've had a JID release with you on here.
You haven't, because I started getting more into JID after I saw him at Lollapalooza. What, last year, 2 years ago?
Okay.
So
Yeah, what are your
go in.
impressions
Give us your
on JID?
background.
I mean, he's phenomenal. I don't know why it took me so long to get onto him. He is a reminiscence of what hip hop used to be, but modernized. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
growing up in the 2000s and the late 90s and the early 2010s, like that sound you don't hear so much anymore.
Yeah.
But you only hear that from only a select few of artists, and you can tell JID has a real dedication to
The craft.
what he's heard growing up, to the
Mhm.
craft of what hip hop
Yeah.
was when he grew up. He's from Atlanta, so Atlanta back then had a very unique sound. To me, this is the most Atlanta hip hop album we've gotten in a long time that is not Run the Jewels or Killer Mike.
Which is saying a lot considering Metro Boomin literally just dropped an Atlanta album a week ago.
Yeah,
This
the
just it
beats
just
and
wasn't
sound,
this good.
Yeah.
the
like,
beats and sounds, like you hear this album and you think of like what Usher had to bring to R&B and hip hop, what Lil Jon had to bring, like those
Mhm.
type of artists. You kind of look back and listen to this album and think back at like all those times.
I completely agree. It even sonically in a weird way, even though like obviously they have a very different style, but it reminds me of like Dirty Sprite 2 era, like Future, like
Yeah.
like just exactly like you said. And yeah, like I was slow to JID. Like I remember listening. I had like one song of his I would listen to in like 2019, 2020, which was just 151 Rum. It was his biggest hit, and just
that was a big one, yeah.
yeah. But I didn't just dive into him until I did a full listen of DiCaprio 2. Like I think when the first single for the Forever Story dropped.
Mhm.
And then I listened to the Never Story before the Forever Story dropped, and then the Forever Story changed everything. Like that was,
Yeah.
it is low key between that and Run the Jewels 4 for the best hip hop album of the decade for me. I think like in the moment I preferred Denzel's release from that year, but I think that's just because like Denzel has like a slightly more mature discography. He just has more albums.
Yeah, that's true.
But as the years have gone on, I think the Forever Story does stand out as like just a seminal work, and like really a debut for a debut. Really,
Mhm.
that's wild because I don't know, and I know like there's not much of a distinction between mixtapes and albums anymore, but wasn't the Never Story and the DiCaprio series, weren't they technically mixtapes?
I'll have to go back and double check. I believe DiCaprio 1 is a mixtape. I believe 2 is technically titled an album,
Yeah,
but I might have to double check that.
yeah,
But I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah. Because like this was his first like huge mainstream hit, but he had he was really like one of the last great uh double XL freestyles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's just keeping he's just keeping the craft alive. He also knows how to rap really complexly while still making good songs. Right? Like I think that's the thing that like most artists forget. Like most, because I kind of like how he says like I'm not really like into that kind of music. I just kind of am jittery. Like, and it shows. Like it shows that he's like trying to make like songs, and the craft just comes from the love of it, and I think it works great. And do we want to just get into initial impressions on the album?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this was
I
fucking.
mean, I guess
What?
I
Go.
should ask, did you guys listen to the prelude or the
I
pre-lux?
did.
is what he
I
called it?
did, but only once.
The what 4 songs that he said that were not good enough to make this album, that were still really fucking
That
good.
we're still very good.
Yeah, no, they were really good. The song with Eminem is on here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just make a fucking deluxe album.
Apparently he did. Apparently that's coming.
There is
Yeah,
one
and
song-
these songs aren't going to be on it. So what?
There's
It
like
just
he
makes me
released
think.
he released the pre-lux edition, which has it. Yeah.
which includes them. And Lisa, I think, is Lisa's my personal favorite out of those.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought Lisa was the best song. I thought Animals was fun for like the workout of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like yeah. I also have just like appreciated JID talking a lot. He's been doing a lot of interviews, and I just think he's like really like I just like listening to like really creative people talk about their work.
Oh yeah, it's very inspiring.
And I love how he's like I don't really believe in beef. Like if I'm gonna compete with someone, I'm gonna get on track with them. He's like, as far as I'm concerned, the only person I'm competing with is Eminem. Like,
Yeah.
and I do think there are and I think, yeah. So I listened to the pre-lux, and that obviously set me to have very specific expectations for this album that were not what the album was, but I don't care. Like.
That's completely fair.
Yeah. Hearing these 4 songs,
They're
you
very
just-
different. Yeah.
they're very different, and now hearing the album, I can tell that these were pretty far spaced out in between each other.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I actually did want to speak on that. He actually mentioned that he was working on this project when he made the Forever Story. So technically, this project is very old. He's been crafting it over multiple years. It's insane how he's able to separate the Forever Story and this project and have them both be this good.
Yeah.
And he said there's like 100 songs that could have been on this album, and he
Oh,
wants
yeah.
to release all of them.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Aren't we also getting God Doesn't Like Ugly or something? Like,
that's also dude.
He did say that,
nah.
but I wouldn't be
'Cause,
shocked
like-
if he names that the deluxe version.
that
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah. And it could be a deluxe like SZA did, where it was like a complete
That's-
other
yeah.
album worth of material. Right.
Exactly, that's what I think.
Also, I think the fact that we've gotten an Animals Part 1 and we haven't gotten an Animals Part 2.
It's gonna be on the deluxe. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I guarantee it's going to be on the
And
next one or whatever. Because I remember he said like a year or so ago, he's like, oh, I got like 4 albums dropping. And I wonder if he meant like this and like God Doesn't Like Ugly and then the J. Cole.
I'm about to say one of them's supposed to be with Metro
Dude,
Boomin.
Jid
Like,
Saturation. Like,
and I'm okay with it. Like,
all right. Do we want to get to this album? God Does Like Ugly? Because like,
Yes.
yeah, we've all been kind of on the what does JID possibly do after the Forever Story?
He opens up his album with West Side Gun. That's what he
Dude.
does.
You press play, you hear Fly God, and everyone just
Dude,
sits up. Like
4 seconds in, I like literally stopped it and I was like, album of the year. I was like,
4 seconds in, I
was like-
listening to this at work.
yeah,
I switched it off my AirPods, put it on the computer, and then put it up on the big speakers.
dude, it's yeah. Do we just want to do track by track? I have thoughts about every single track on this.
right into the track list.
Like, I don't
Okay,
know
yeah,
what we want to do. I don't know what we want to do, but like, it's
we could go because we already know who Jid is. We could go straight to the track list because I will say the day it came out, I told Vanessa, I was like, I don't know if I can listen to this tonight. I don't know if my body's ready. And Brandon just texts me, "Holy shit!" And I was like, I need to play it.
Yeah. Dude, I listened to it in here while Rachel and her old roommate were like talking out there, and I was just like, I just heard West Side Gun, and I was like, I opened the door back up. I'm like, West Side Gun is here. So like, do you know what that means?
As soon as I heard him, I went into the group chat.
I'm losing it.
Like, could
This-
there be a bigger like this is for Purvis, Brandon, and Jeff than just having West Side Gun be? And I love it. It's like, yeah, who's God in this? Fly God. That's who.
My God, is like I will say though, that was pretty much everyone's reaction. I was on Twitter and everyone immediately at 11:01 was like, "What's that?" Like,
Dude, and it goes
it's
so
nice.
hard. I love it. It was,
It's amazing.
dude.
And the
It's an
song's good.
awesome like long multi-phase song, right? It's not like a
Two beat switches, I think.
dude. It's like you would expect a song like this to be short. I feel like maybe in modern day where you have like a big feature, like really hype opening.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, this is almost 5 minutes.
This is a in depth, and I love that beat switch on the third one. The dude, it goes.
Everything's so good.
It's
This
everything
stuff
is.
turned into-
I will say if I want to just like temper expectations a little bit, I don't think I like this as much as a Forever Story.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I think there's a couple songs on here that I think are still good, but I feel like are significantly lower than anything on the Forever Story. Just like one or two. Like
No, that's fair. I mean, again, like we said,
Like-
the Forever Story is considered one of the best. Like,
yeah,
albums.
right. I think this has some excellent experimental like highs on it. I think it has some hard. I think it's excellent. I think it is maybe the best album of the year.
Mhm.
But I just
Yeah.
wanted to set that up so I don't get dogpiled on when we inevitably get to the Don Tolliver song. Like,
I mean,
Like,
the features on this album.
I mean, I
All
think
of
like
them
that's
were
my
fire.
thing is that like that was the one that just did not hit for me. Like wholeheartedly, like feels very like a Ty Dolla $ign song. So good. Excellent
Yeah.
song. 10 out of 10.
But when you hear all the features on this, it's very easy to get drowned out.
Sure. I just think like I just think one of them didn't really do it for me. That really is it. But
I would say like he opened up the first song. He says, "Live from the depths of hell with angel wings that yet to flail, and fans argue about record sales like they record
Yeah.
record exact." That's crazy.
dude, that's
Like you open up.
I love it. I love how he's setting the tone, dude.
He doesn't care. I love it.
All right. Then he goes to church.
This whole album's going.
Yeah, it kind of is. But I feel like, dude, I do love the gospel sound on Glory though.
Yes.
I thought Glory was an, excellent example of just like using the
Mhm.
gospel sound, combining it with hip hop. Fucking awesome, dude. And like, what a way to keep the energy up with a huge, what felt to me kind of like a big Sonic move,
Mhm.
right? I think that's the thing I like about this album a lot, is it has a
Yeah.
lot of different sounds in it.
It does.
It
does.
goes a
It really
lot of
does.
different places, and I'm really impressed with how many of them he goes to and just fits like a glove, right? And I like that how it's not afraid to go back to his comfort zone when I think the album is better, when I think the song is better for it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But this was not something I saw coming. I mean, I don't know about that, but but I was really happy with it. Purvis, as the church boy, how did Glory make you feel?
It did make me feel like I was in church. I love it though. I mean,
Did you made you feel glorious?
Gloria just a little bit, just a little bit. Honestly, this is better than Gloria. This is now my Glory of the single of the year.
Yeah.
But no, I honestly, it's amazing, and it just makes sense. Jid has talked about church and religion and all of his music. It comes together amazingly, and the chorus in the background hits perfectly.
Yeah. It
So-
really does.
It's something
Dude,
about
I'm
that
a
singing, man.
sucker for a chorus, dude. When we saw Killer Mike live and he
Oh,
had the
yeah.
chorus with him, dude,
Dude,
insane.
I almost cried to shed tears. Like actually, so like yeah, it's that chorus hits. It hits.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
All right. Now, first lead single. Work. Talked about
Banger.
banger. I thought this is a very interesting single.
Okay. How so? Or why?
I don't know. Like I think it's an excellent song. I think it totally I think this album needs a couple just straight bangers, and I think this works incredible.
Mhm.
I don't know if it sells like the depth of the album. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like remember like when
I thought it was a perfect single to get people hooked to want to hear more.
okay, yeah, I can see it that way. That's fair. Yeah. But
That's
it's
what
kind of
'cause
hard not to, it is an excellent song. So,
it's good, but
I've been listening to it ever
you
since
want
it came out.
yeah.
So, but I didn't skip it the first time I heard the album either, because when I was listening to this, I was going in blind without knowing the features,
Yeah.
and I was like,
I
That
couldn't
was
help
fun.
myself.
That was fun.
I could
Dude,
not help myself.
once I'll tell you guys when I gave up and started looking, but
Okay.
it wasn't yet. Like,
I
Not yet.
mainly did it because I'm terrible at recognizing who is on the song.
dude, me too.
Like the voices.
Yeah, me
I
too.
like the voices I picked up this time.
Like the
I
next song, I would have been totally not known who it was.
okay. So do we want to go to Community? I think Community is
This is a
a
special.
highlight, one of the songs of the year, one of the best songs on the album, and it features clips.
Insane.
Yeah, like it took me a couple like I think Pusha T is very distinctive. But it still took me a couple bars to be like, "Oh shit, this is Pusha T." And then I
Yeah.
didn't even, for some reason, I was just like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you got a Pusha T feature." And then my
Like, it's
dumbass was
both of them.
surprised when Malice showed up. Like
Right, it's both of them.
that was
I picked up on Pusha T, but I didn't pick up on Malice right away.
yeah. That's when
At this point, if Pusha T's on there, you have to expect his brother to be on
that's
there.
what
You
I'm
know what? I
saying,
love
right? I
I
feel
love
Yeah,
yes.
it's almost like Purvis going to a party and Isaac not being there.
I never want that
It's
to
true.
happen. Like I
I
need
mean,
both.
You gotta just expect it.
Yeah.
It's true.
But no, this was hard hitting. This is grimy. This and the previous song felt like JID in his comfort zone, and
Yeah.
I'm happy we got it. Right, especially when you're bringing on such great features like clips,
Because they perform.
because they show up, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit
Yeah.
here and say I think JID got blown out of the water, but like, clips
They
shows
made
up.
it interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
Malice
Clips-
is still having the best year, I think. Like, I don't think
I was literally about to say that.
I don't think like
Those
all-
boys made up and took over the hip hop world.
Dude, I hope that we get a sequel. Give me an Alchemist one. Give me clips with the Alchemist.
Give me clips with Run the fucking Jewels.
I'll
LP.
take all of it.
Yeah. Dude, just give it to me. Give
I
me
think you do
clips
clip-
with Kanye
clips
from
versus
12 years ago.
RTJ.
Go back
Give me a
inside.
rap battle. Clips
A rap
RTJ
battle?
rap battle.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Words just clips versus RTJ.
No, you know what I think it is?
And they're just
I think,
going bar for bar.
I think I've always seen JID and Denzel as like I've always wanted to be like, oh, are they the new RTJ? But it's like, no, I feel like they're not different enough.
Mhm.
Right? But I'm like, Denzel and JID though, the new clips.
Now that I'm here for. Because remember, we did say like the next big three. Well, before Kendrick decided there's no such thing as a big three, it was JID, Denzel, and we surprisingly said Baby Keem. But
At the time, it
it
made sense. I think now it has to go to Vince Staples.
yes, which honestly
Until
prefer.
Baby King drops an album and blows our mind.
I don't
Never
doubt it. It's just I think it's been too long. Like I don't think Baby Keem can drop an album as good as 3 Vince Staples albums. Like
They were all very
that
good.
were all very good. Like anyway, not to spoil things, but like but then we get something that is I feel like kind of
To me,
unexpected.
this feels like one of the most Atlanta hip hop songs there are.
Exactly. Jeez, track 5.
The
Dude,
instrumentals.
It feels very in his lane while also kind of being very different than anything I've ever heard JID on.
The whole catchy gangsta.
Dude,
That's what I was
Like,
dude, it
That's what I was
reminds
talking
me of
about when I was
Schoolboy
thinking.
Q. It
Yeah,
reminds me
that
of
was-
Schoolboy
that's what
Q
I meant when I
Gangsta.
think.
Like
This is my
Kind
favorite
of.
Yeah.
gangster since Schoolboy Q.
Yeah, dude, and I loved it. Like this to me felt very early 2000s. Like
Oh
more
yeah.
so than the song with clips from the early 2000s. Like it's like and in
This
the best
man
way.
is rapping. This man,
In the
oh
best
my
way,
god.
right? And I think here is where we start to see cuz I kind of like as this album goes on, he gets like farther and farther and farther out of his comfort zone
Mhm.
until the last song where he kind of comes right back into his comfort zone and sticks the landing. And I feel like this is like the first big step for it, right?
Mhm.
Where it's like, it's still very much Atlanta hip hop, but it just doesn't sound like a typical JID song.
Yeah.
And speaking of not a typical JID song, VCRs featuring Vince Staples.
I was so excited when I heard this dude.
Dude, this was excellent. First off, a
Some of his
relaxing.
younger, but some of his younger listeners don't know what a VCR is.
That's actually true.
That sucks. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. VCRs were no DVDs. Like when we have kids that don't know what DVDs are, which we do, but like,
I mean, to be fair, people see a floppy disk and not know what it is.
dude,
I mean,
it's insane. They just think it's the save thing.
think it's the save button.
Yeah. But anyway,
This is one of my favorite instrumentals.
dude, I'm
sounds
so
so
happy you brought this up. Like, I think the beat is incredible. I also think it's very subtly something I've never heard JID do. Well, not never, but like usually when he does like the slower songs, they're usually more singy and soul-y and like bluesy. This is
Mhm.
more like a laid back kind of stoner rap song.
Kind of, yeah.
And
I love the whole,
it feels
1950s feel open.
yeah, no, I
The
love
whole
it.
Typewriter,
Do you know what it
big
kind
radio
of
voice guy.
Do you know what it kind of reminded me of a couple times? And this could have been because I was, but it reminded me of like early prime Wiz Khalifa a little bit.
Interesting.
Like, obviously, I think like, Vince Staples and JID are way better like lyricists, but just sonically, I think it sounded like Cushion OJ, Rolling Papers era Wiz Khalifa. I think,
Yeah.
yeah. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. So I love this. This was it's not a very it's a very low key moment on the album, but I think it's a highlight.
I honestly, and I don't think it's the best feature, but I think it's the best fitting feature.
Oh,
Vince
100%.
Staples
Yeah.
rolls through this beat. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's kind of hard, like, dude, like it's kind of hard to be the best feature here coming when you're 4 tracks in, you have Clips and West Side Gun. Right? Like
It's not easy. Yeah. But damn, did
but
he do
Vince Staples is a perfect feature choice for this song. Like, as far as I'm convinced, like perfect.
It's off his album. Like,
yeah, it
sounds
does.
like it's off his
Like,
album.
honestly, and I say this in a way that I think makes the JID album better. It does sound like it would be directly off of Vince Staples' project.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
I
thing.
agree.
Yeah, no. Now let's go back to another Atlanta sound. A kind of like low-key, kind of bizarre choice.
The summer banger.
Dude,
Like-
First off, I just want to say, y'all ain't never been this not once. Dude, this song,
so good.
dude, this song,
Every time I hear this song, I just picture us three and Jasper. You know that little meme where you got the 4 black guys
yeah,
on skates all in sync? I picture that being us to
that
this
is
song.
us. Yeah, like
It's
I
either
say
that or the Family Guy one. Where
Yeah,
they're all skating.
Yes, or more or less the Family Guy one.
yeah.
This is
Yeah,
meant for us.
yeah, that's-
I don't even know how to skate, but this makes
Dude,
me want to
this
go
is-
learn.
this is- This was so good. Like
It's so good.
And in Atlanta, it's like they
No,
are
it's-
massive on skating still. Skate rinks are massive still.
yeah,
It's a
no,
whole cultural thing.
dude. There's a bunch on the south side.
So
Me and Rachel went to one where someone's like still in the downtown area
It-
for someone's birthday.
Mhm.
Like there are absolutely
you're in Sierra on this.
so throwback. This
And
early,
talk about being out of his lane. This is not a JID sounding song
at all.
Not at all.
but man, does it hit.
No, it totally works. It totally works. I'm like a little surprised he's going with like the fast lyrical miracle kind of flow with this, but it fucking works. So much so that I think Earth Gang are kind of a little bit more lyrical miracle than they usually are. And it's smooth though. Like it feels, it's so good, right? And it's like, because like I'm the kind of guy who does kind of like the complex flow a little bit, but I fucking hate sonically like that side of hip hop, right? Like I just feel like the songs and the beats suck. And this was just such a breath of fresh air. The Earth Gang feature is incredible. Expected, you know, perfect fit. Yeah, no. Such a weird but wholesome choice.
This is a song that.
But go ahead,
yeah. This is a song that is what hip hop needs more of, where you have like an artist like Sierra on the hook.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have an R&B pop artist with an actual singing voice on the hook,
which is crazy because like from the Forever story, JID can really carry a tune. Like I don't know if you remember Cody Blue.
Yeah,
but I agree. Bringing an artist like Sierra in here really elevates it. Really does.
Oh yeah,
and really lends that early 2000s kind of vibe. And I think this is absolutely a highlight on the album. I don't know if it's my favorite song off the album, but I think
it's one of my top 3.
Yeah. And I think for such a radio kind of friendly song, it's a very weird, bizarre choice. You know what I mean? It does not feel like...
I actually think it's going to be a bigger club hit.
You know, I don't necessarily... To me, I see those as the same thing. I guess, like, you know, just being like a song people would play out and about, right?
In a public,
yeah, right. Like, I think it is
public setting. Yeah,
I think it is very much a song that is, I don't want to say designed, but like really works in that lane. But it still feels
DJs
like a really interesting creative choice.
DJs are going to eat it up.
No, this is going to be huge.
Do so much with some old school.
Dude, roller skate DJs are going to go crazy with the JID.
Could you imagine if we were in high school and had this song come out?
At Coach Light? Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Light's still around, so.
I bet. All right, let's move on. What we on? Guys, this one didn't do it for me. I don't think it's a bad song. It's not a bad song. I don't even necessarily think it's a skip. I don't know. I like Don Toliver. I liked his last album. I am consistently impressed by him. This one didn't land for me.
You know how I feel.
I know.
These are literally my 2 golden boys.
I know.
This is my first song we finally did together.
I know. It's just like, it feels just like kind of...
It's
I would agree.
I will say that.
Yeah, it feels like kind of weirdly placed. Like, once again, I'm not here saying it's awful, right? I also think the fact that there's a
should have been in the Prelux.
Yeah, right. I think it should have been in the Prelux, right? I don't. Sure, I would. Yeah, no, 100%. Like I actually think that would work perfectly. I don't think it's awful. It's just, you know, I think it is just didn't do it for me as well as the previous 7 and then the next 5.
It's a pretty loaded good album.
So yeah, it's
okay.
I think that's another thing, right? Like if this came out as a single, I think if this was a song on a Don Toliver album, you know, I probably would have felt very differently about it. But I think
I like the song. I did not like Don Toliver
right
it, though.
His chorus or the verse, or just in general?
Just in general. I don't think maybe it's just me thinking him and JID don't sound good together.
It's a weird mix. It's a weird combination, and I think for me, and I say this a lot about Don Toliver, even as I do think he improves, It just feels like it could have been way better.
Right? It's got a
That
good beat. JID kills his part, but it's
yeah,
just
it
something
doesn't
about
does
Don Toliver.
it does not. Yeah, I don't think the beat is quite working. I don't think Don Toliver is impressive, but like I don't think it's impossible for JID and Don Toliver to make good music.
Yeah,
Right.
if
I
they
definitely
work,
think
yeah,
there's a
I agree
version
with
of
that.
this song that is as. That's the thing. It's not that it's a bad song. It's just it's not as good as.
The rest. I mean, if this
This
is a floor,
song,
this
Yeah.
is pretty damn good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
still
100%
good.
agree with that. Yeah. I can agree with that. That like, I think the fact that this, because I do agree. I think this is the floor of the album. Right. That's a
Mhm.
high fucking floor. Like,
Like,
I
very
also
fair.
feel
Better
that,
And I totally get that if you're a sucker for Don Toliver, if you're as big of a fan as you are, this is going to be a big moment. So it's not like a
was
song where it's like,
perfect.
I'm trying to take away your fun. I don't think it's a bad song. I just think it's
That's fair.
weirdly
I
placed.
also feel like this is a song that Don Toliver wasn't first choice on.
See, that
Who
I
do you
kind
think
of
would've
disagree.
picked him?
This I kind of disagree with because I think it sounds more like a Don
Well,
Toliver
as I'm
song
saying,
than
like,
anything else.
It's kind of like I think Don Toliver was probably sent 2 or 3 different songs to do a verse on, and
Okay.
JID ended up falling on this one that he
Okay.
liked better.
Maybe,
Interesting. Okay.
maybe.
I thought you were saying like this song exists and another feature would have worked. So I was just curious, who would you pick for a feature for like this beat?
Well, yeah, that's why he probably like I think JID at first wasn't like fully sold. To
Mhm.
me, this is my mindset on it. I think he probably sent him a couple sample like, hey, give me one, whatever sounds best. I'll go from
Right.
there.
Go from there.
And then this probably sounded the best with him doing the chorus and then having a verse
Yeah,
compared to just having
I'll take it.
a verse
Yeah.
on a song.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think to me this just sounds so much like it could be off Life of a Don too.
Say literally on a Don Toliver.
Yeah. But like once again, I don't think it's an awful song. I think to me it does come across as a very commercial song.
Mhm.
Like it comes across as like needing a hit, which I also think is weird because I think the next song also kind of rubs me that way. But I think the next song is very good.
I mean, this is his first like full singing on the album appearance.
What we on?
Oh no, sorry. I thought you
Oh,
were saying the next one.
yeah, I'm moving
My
on
bad.
to Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, yeah.
I also feel like is kind of like a radio play song, and I think it works really well. I like Wholeheartedly a lot. It does like I think the Ty Dolla Sign just kind of. I feel like every song with Ty Dolla Sign kind of sounds like the same song a little bit, but
He's
at
a
the same
consistent
time,
feature.
like I think low-key, this might be a hot take, but I put Ty Dolla Sign not as good as Pusha T, but it's like it's the same trick, but I'm still enjoying it, right? Like I'm like,
Drake works.
and I thought
Every
this was an excellent feature from JID and Six Lack. I love the hook. I don't have a whole lot to say about this, but besides that, I think it's just very clearly like a big like an attempt to be a big popular song, but I think it totally works.
Yeah, for sure.
You know who's missing on the song? J. Cole, because this sounds so much like a J. Cole song.
Yeah, this
Like
could
I
have
wouldn't
been.
be shocked if he actually. I wouldn't be shocked if he passed down this beat
It's possible.
because
Yeah,
this sounds just like a beat J. Cole would use.
honestly, like looking at
Just
the
like-
track list, I agree. I think this is the
Like,
one that
after
sounds.
it starts breaking down.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I mean,
for
I'm just
keeps too, but I think this one for sure. I agree with you.
I like.
Yeah, like when it
that-
does the beat switch right into
Yeah.
heavy bass, right there, I want to hear J. Cole.
Mm,
I like that. Yeah.
yeah, I agree
And
with
it
that.
would fit perfect.
But yeah, no, I
I'm
think this
surprised,
song's
like I said,
awesome. This song is
It's
a
his
great.
first song full singing, so like
I think he
was so
carries it.
immediate.
I think he does a great job. I think his more singing focused song in the Forever Story is like one of my favorite of his ever. And I don't know if this is one of my favorite of his ever, but he killed it. And I think as far as like serving the album, I think it does a great job.
And it flows.
You know what he also does a great job at?
What?
Making these songs about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he has I think a lot of
He has a handful that are over that, but he has a lot that are like around 3.5, 3:40.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like a lot of them are like right at that 3.5 to 4 minute mark, which I like. And I like that he has. I think when, especially speaking about like some later tracks that I think get very experimental, right? Like I think like you make those tracks hit harder by having like a consistent rhythm throughout the album. So I think like having a lot of songs that are between like 3 and 4 minutes and like kind of like, cause I think like he's definitely stretching sonically, but like they're all like relatively straightforward songs. And then like when we get to the Of Blues and the K words that I think are really experimental, they just hit. Like they feel like they come out of nowhere, right? And like like You Ugly, I think is also kind of similar, but that's an intro. It's a little bit different, But yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. I think like it goes a very long way.
Yeah, because I think in today's day and age, you're seeing a lot of songs that are either too short or too long.
I agree. I think there's a ton of songs that are just like way too short because like they want people to replay them, right? Because it's all about like trying to get that quick hit replay. Let's move on to Nobu. Do we want to do that?
One of my favorite songs off the album.
Okay.
Probably my favorite song off the album.
Okay.
The art of song listing and putting in a certain order, this coming after Wholeheartedly just makes the
I agree. Sense. Like, okay. I think this is interesting because this is not one of my favorite songs on the album, but I agree with you.
Really?
I like it a lot. I think it is just not all the way up there, but I agree. I think it was the right song for right now. Like when you say it's sequenced, I agree with that.
This man was singing in Spanish.
Yeah.
And it hit.
Yeah. No, I really like the Spanish part. Like, don't get me wrong.
I think this is going to get the most radio play out of all the songs on the album.
I think that's possible. I think that's possible.
Because I think you're going to see this song pop up on like
Spanish radio,
a top 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like top
no,
40.
This is.
I was going to say, what really would have made it go top 40? I love that Jesse Reyes is on here. If this was SZA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if this was SZA.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
But yeah, no, I like this one.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if it would have hit as well with SZA because, like, I get, like, the whole, like, Hispanic theme with this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I think.
So I think Jesse Reyes fits really well.
I completely see where Purvis is coming from, but I agree with Jeff. Like, I think Jesse Reyes was the right pick. I love obviously, I love the Spanish inclusion, right? Like,
that outro was beautiful.
Yeah. No, this is not. I like this song way more than I like What We On, right? Which we have already realized is a good song, right? I think, like Jeff said, like it sounds like top 40. It feels like JID's take on a top 40 song. So I think it's very good.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think I am more drawn to the more traditional hip hop and the more kind of experimental stuff over this. That's simply what I meant. But it's still a very, very good song, right? And I agree with Jeff. I think the Jesse Reyes feature was the right choice. Sense, yeah. But yeah, I do agree that like you very easily could have put a SZA, a Doja Cat, you could have, who never would have because they are at a level far outside JID, but like a Bad Bunny, right?
Yes.
Like.
Boy.
That
would have been
that would right, but like this sounds like a more of a JID song than a Bad Bunny song, and like scale. I
to me,
I want Frank Ocean. I want Kendrick. I want
I mean, at least Bad Bunny does features. Like he's not exactly like Frank Ocean. At least he does features. But yeah, no, I think the other
So to me, this heavy Atlanta influence on this album. We know that.
Yeah.
To me, this is JID's with Jesse Reyes, his version of a Usher Ashanti song.
Okay.
That's a good
I
take.
like that.
That's a good take.
Yeah, I like that.
Jeff,
or Alicia
That's a good
Keys. Like
comparison in
he had
general.
like I'll even go closer because no
Yeah.
boo. I'll go closer. Alicia Keys and Usher for my boo. This is his version of that.
I
Okay.
absolutely
cooking.
see the vision. That's cooking. Yeah, that was a really good take, Jeff. We're gonna put that on
Like
TikTok.
that just came to me because
like
this is his version of my boo.
Yeah. No,
Because when you listen to it fully, like Jessie Reyez, she has a good long part. Like it fits.
yeah.
And the instrumentals are kind of the same almost.
Yeah, and it very much is like a pop R&B song like My Boo was. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this interlude, which I thought was awesome. There's really
was
not much
amazing,
to
but it was
say,
so
but like
sexual.
it's so sexual. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the interlude on After Hours, which is like really sonically fun, really groovy, but it's really short. It's also really sexual, but that's a little different. Like,
So you pull up the lyrics and be like, oh.
yeah.
It reminds me of what Ludacris used to do on his albums.
Oh, fair.
Like
But yeah.
JID. That's why I said this is the most Atlanta. Like you see references from past Atlanta artists that influenced him.
Oh my God.
Because like Ludacris used to do all these sexual, outrageous interludes in between his albums.
Yeah.
That's just ludicrous.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have much to say about this except for I think it was a hell of a vibe. I think you could not have gone from Nobu to On McAfee. Just
No.
Man.
no, you could not have done that.
No.
I was literally in my room like,
Okay, so we talked about Rise Against earlier. Let's talk about more perfect music for the fascist takeover of America. When the riots start,
I want to hear at Lollapalooza.
Dude, when the riots start, I want to hear this while we're overthrowing the government. Like this is like when the tanks roll in, I'm playing this out of every car. We're gonna be in the streets. Like, dude, this song, insane.
This is the new Jesus Walks. They used to listen to Jesus Walks in the army. This is gonna be the new one.
Dude, this is
like this is what I want to listen to.
Who's the feature? I don't know who the feature on this is.
Baby Kai.
I know it's Baby Kai. I don't know who Baby Kai is what I mean.
Oh, no, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I don't listen to them.
But
I gotta say,
probably someone that's on fucking Dreamville.
I don't know if he signed, but he probably works with them. If anything, I bet you he was probably on Revenge of the Dreamers.
He's from Atlanta.
Probably.
Oh, he's from Atlanta.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta.
Yeah, he is not part of Dreamville, but he's from Atlanta, and he's famous for like the high, uniquely aggressive style of music. I'm just looking at like his like if I know any of these songs, but I don't. But this song on is it on McAfee, dude?
Yep.
I almost destroyed this room you see me in.
Someone pointed out we haven't had screaming and hip hop in a long time. This is exactly what we needed.
Dude, this was insane. And yeah, this is one for the mosh pits. This is one, this is one for the festivals. This is so good.
And JID is in his bag. This is JID's pocket. Like this is the pocket.
Dude,
like,
it is like, yeah, right. It just is. It's like so different than everything else on the album, but he returns back to his roots, right? Like to me, like once again, I think that goes a long way in this album is how many songs just peppered throughout are just JID in his bag, right? Because you came here to see JID. See JID.
And you get to see at like how fast he can actually rap.
Dude, it's nuts. While still making songs. Yeah, with
and still, lyrically being there also.
Lyrically being there, sonically being there, great beats, great energy. I think some people rap so fast it gets boring. Not fucking JID. Like
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
He gonna perform
now the next song is nuts.
One of the
hardship, but
longest.
yeah,
Hard shift
with the transition.
with the transition. How would we what genre do we think this opening section of the song? It sounds like European folk music. Like it is right? Like it just sounds very like I don't know, like very cottage core folky to me. And
Mhm.
it is so I think it's insane that especially after a song like on McAfee that he lets that section breathe as much as it does. I love that JID is joining in with the singing. It's not just the feature Mariba, who is a Atlanta-born singer-songwriter, right? So it is just
Lovely.
lovely, beautiful, and then it transitions
You know what the
to
opening reminds me of?
what?
Hallelujah. The song
A little
Hallelujah.
bit, yeah. I get what you mean. It's like an old, like very spiritual folk song, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then I think the beat switch goes over beautifully. I think like whenever you get really lost in a genre so outside of hip hop like that, I think getting yourself back in can be bumpy. Not this time, right? Like
They knew what they were doing.
yeah, and then this is the one I don't even think I fully looked into it, but this is the one that has just like insanely in-depth personal like
Mm.
right like
Lyrics.
yeah like it kind of felt like I think that's the thing. I think the Forever Story to me just felt a lot more personal throughout the entire album.
Mhm.
Whereas, this one feels much more like the Forever Story feels like a album in the vein of like Good Kid, Mad City, and this feels more like in the vein of like Hell Hath No Fury, or
Mhm.
it's like a very different type of album. And I think here is where we get really, really personal, and I think the allusions to religion, I think the way he kind of talks about it, I think it's deeply moving, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think this is the best songwriting that he had on the whole album,
I
and how he
agree.
turns with words. Are you following the flame like a tail chasing a dog? To think of that is crazy.
No, yeah,
Like that's
it's
actually
insane.
hard to flip it.
No, it's
It's
insane. And it just, at no point does it feel, it's such a long song, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. It has like
mhm.
a really big sense of direction to it. The, and you're right, it's the songwriting. This isn't, I mean, it is like very lyrical, like in the way that like all JID stuff is, but it just feels, much more like that deeply personal songwriting. And I think that was the stuff that I think I was missing from JID pre the Forever Story. I think I got a little bit of it with the Never Story. I think DiCaprio 2, while great, is like very much
Yeah,
like a flashy hip hop
um,
album.
yeah,
Right.
for
I
sure.
think the Forever Story got very personal, and this, if I'm talking about best, it's either this or Community for like the best songs on the album. But
And he slows down, which I like. Like he wants you to hear the words.
yeah,
So important. There's
right.
so many. I don't want to go through all the lyrics because like I don't like doing that, but like I highly recommend if you listen to the album, put the lyrics. The stuff he
For
says
this
is so
song
impactful.
especially,
Yeah.
right? Jeff, what do you have anything?
No, you guys pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, like it
It's
is nuts, and I think it is. Yeah, I think it's an experimental turn. I think this is a a bolder sonic direction than we got on Forever Story. So I do appreciate. This does not feel like, because like I guess the worst thing you can be when you're that good is just stagnant, where you're just constantly
Yeah.
hitting that
hmm
same thing, right? And like you don't realize you're doing it because you're really good. Uh,
yeah, and I think
It's
he's
with this
done a good
song,
job still
yeah.
expanding his artistry and everything while
I think with this song, I think yeah, the album's not as personal as last, but that's why I think he made the last couple songs so personal.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I don't think
Because
I
he's
don't.
shown that he can make an album that's personal.
Yeah,
So, this is experimental. He's
yeah,
doing something different.
yeah,
But he knows that he can do that, so I think that's why he left him towards the back then.
yeah.
Back
No,
end.
I have no problem with that. I just, it is just like how I observed the album, right? I totally think.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally think because he's getting so sonically diverse on this album, right? You definitely can.
Mm.
I totally think that's the best time to like go back to like making hip hoppity shit, which I don't want to like. I think this is an incredible album. So, but yeah, of Blue, just
Yeah, I was gonna say, even building off the fact of like not being consistent, I had to pull up the tweet again because I saw it when it first released. He has JID switches his flow 113 times throughout the album, which equates for a flow switch every 16 seconds. Like the man is talented.
nuts, nuts, and like I think maybe on like a lyrical level, maybe not songwriting, maybe just lyrical. I don't know if there's anyone better, right? Like right now,
Not right
right?
No.
Like
Yeah.
I think Kendrick is a better songwriter, right? Like, but like I would put JID against anybody, right? Like, I think the only one that I would say would, and I like that JID is not a beef person. I think that's cool in this world, but I think as far as talent goes, I just wouldn't put anyone against him. The dude,
I would be scared for whoever wants to back him.
yeah, like the dude out raps Eminem. Like him and Eminem are like workout buddies. Like that's nuts to me. Like
it's flexing, iron sharpening iron.
Like that would be like, yeah, exactly. That would be like, oh, my workout trainer is Floyd Mayweather, and it's like, oh, now
like I can't work out with you guys. Like, okay.
Now, shall we get to K Word?
Yes.
I loved K Word.
That deep intro,
dude. I loved it.
Distortion.
So I got fed misinformation about this song. It was around Skate where I started looking at the features, and when I was on Reddit, they originally listed the feature for this as Killer Mike.
Yes.
You got duped.
Yeah, so I got duped.
I went to the YouTube page.
You saw, and I wanted to not to look.
Yeah,
because like at some point you did like, oh, I'm gonna look it up, and I saw it before you, and I was like, I hope he doesn't see it.
Yeah,
but I didn't know if it actually came up.
No, it did not. And like I get it. Like Pastor Troy does sound like Killer Mike, and like coming, like
kind of.
Like if you were told that this is Killer Mike by like. I think
if you're someone that doesn't listen to Killer Mike as often as this podcast does,
yeah,
then I can see you getting duped.
The other thing is that it's a heavily, like how do I put it? It's very effects laden, right? Like it's kind of hard to tell who it is. Period. So
it's distorted.
It's very distorted. So I think because of the distortion, like now that I know it's this Pastor Troy guy, I don't hear Killer Mike. But back when I thought I was looking forward to this song the entire time I was listening to the album, like,
and then you get to the end and find out,
right? And the other thing is that, like, now that I know it's not him, I'm happy because it was just like this little part of the chorus, which, like, I think goes super hard. Like, bro, this chorus goes nuts. Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, dude, this song goes crazy, and I love that it's. I mean, the first two verses are a little shorter than the third, but it's a 3-verse song. It's high energy. This one has a ton of beat switches, right? Like I didn't get those on the album today.
I like how it ends. I like the beat switch at the end.
Yeah, I think the beat switching on this one was really dynamic and cool, and really worked for me. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, like when I first heard it and I was like, oh, that's the Killer Mike feature. But obviously, after getting my information correct, I listened to this album many a times, and this has become in the upper tier for me as far as the song.
I'm sorry, I have to say it. My mindset on thinking out the box like a Rubik's Cube. These dudes stupid as Ruby Rose booty. What are you talking about, Jay?
Me and Monte, like French Montana, we stay scheming. We found French Montana's listener, ladies and gentlemen. It's JID. Like,
it's amazing songwriting. I love it.
dude,
and more Spanish at the end.
And more Spanish at the end. Yeah, he has the outro by Jesse Reyes.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of feels like I'm repeating myself like a lot with a lot of these because it's very multi-phase, it's very lyrically dense, and I think it hits very well.
We get to Four Keeps. For me, Four Keeps was like him slowing down, walking through. Like the first verse is literally him like thanking people, and then he goes into it because he's like, all right, bring the beat, and then he just goes, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, the guy's going crazy,
dude. It was this was just flexing. I love how he very much returns to his comfort level. Right, like this feels.
I love the sample by Black Ivory. Don't turn around.
Yeah,
love that.
The sample's excellent. The beat hits. This is a perfect closing track.
It's a perfect outro. He's thanking people. It's slowly.
I love an album with a strong intro and outro, bro. Strong intro.
Strong intro and outro.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, I could not like even say anything more good things about this album. It is
perfect.
It's perfect. Like
no.
It's not perfect,
that's a great song to end it, but he did also release an alternate version with an extra song on it.
Did he?
I haven't heard the extra song. So it's called Sun, and I know he mentions the Fallout in that, but that's
yeah. And this is the one that has his son on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. His son is on the track.
Yeah.
So and it was kind of like a surprise.
Yeah. Oh, did we lose Purvis? I'm back.
I am back.
I was gonna say because I just stood here and I'm like, did I freeze?
Yeah,
I was on myself.
Okay, it must have been Discord.
Yeah, that was Discord. Give me 1 second. Let me just write that down. But
I mean, we were basically at the end anyway. We're just
okay. So, movie magic. The recording, fake movie magic. The recording went fine. There was no issues with the recording. So, movie magic. We're back. Okay. So, wrapping it up then. For Keeps, awesome.
It's great.
Any closing thoughts on this album? This was exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed. It delivered in pretty much every way. It gave me exactly what I came looking for and also surprised me, which is to me, that's the perfect album experience, right?
Yeah, that's what we're here.
Right. I think
it's the type of rap album I like.
Yeah. Right. Like I might like the Forever Story a little bit more, but I think it is marginal. You know, it's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to give it a grade? I'm just gonna
give it an A.
I'm giving A plus.
Maybe an A plus. Yeah.
I'm giving it an A plus because I feel like it was exactly what JID needed to do. Like JID just needed to prove that he could make something else after the Forever Story that was different in some way, and he did. And so, you know, I feel like this is a clear-cut A plus, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think there's been a lot of blockbuster hip hop albums coming out the last couple months. And I don't know if this is I don't know if this is my favorite, but it could be. Like,
it's gonna be a hard year for the Golden Nugget.
It could be like, but yeah,
a couple months.
A plus. A plus is all around. All right.
Yeah,
Do we?
that's like 2 or 3 A pluses in the last month.
All right. Do we want to do
Yeah,
recommendations?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
I'll go first.
go ahead, Jeff.
Go.
So my first one, I have since we've talked about 50 Cent and the last time I was on, I've been on a 50 Cent kick. So I went with Hater or Love It, the G Unit remix.
Amazing.
Classic song.
Like that.
All right. I'll go next. Okay. So I'm gonna pull a Jasper and recommend the same artist I did last week. Because truthfully, all I've been listening to is JID.
That is a Jasper.
Yeah, no. But all I've been listening to is JID, Clips, Alfredo, and this artist who I saw at Lollapalooza. Yeah, it's literally just been the same things, and it's like I can't recommend any of those songs, right? Like, right, like. So I gotta recommend the little indie pop artists I've been listening to again. I'm recommending Carter Vale. Saw him at Lollapalooza. He's like an indie, dance rock kind of guy. You know who he reminds me a lot of? Foster the People.
Ooh.
And this song specifically, I think, is the biggest Foster the People bag. It's called I Want You by Carter Vale. It's very fun, very danceable. The kind of music that you would hear at a hipster house party in Logan Square. Like, it is very good. Like, it is the opposite of like JID music, where it's just like easy and like to engage with and like fun and upbeat. But it's gotta keep it real. This album dominated my listening this week, which is why I was able to speak about every single track without listening to it today. So Carter Vale.
Same actually. But I recently found a new influencer on Instagram, and I think she's amazing. She has great edits with she kind of just like reviews music, make edits to the actual lyrics, and put them on the screen, which I think is very dope. She reviewed a non-release Earl Sweatshirt song that he played once in 2019 at a concert.
Amazing.
And it's called Hat Trick / Human Error. You can find it on Spotify underneath the name Brad Pitt Archive.
Amazing.
Love it.
Oh my god.
Alrighty. So my next song is off the new Rise Against album, Ricochet, and it's called Gold Long Gone.
Very good album. Not very good album. Very good song. Love that one. That one was a highlight for me. All right, my one I talked about a little bit earlier, but it's the standout track from the Joey Valence and Bray song. It's called Bust Down, featuring Tia Corinne. It's just very fun. It's a crossover of two artists I never would have thought would ever overlap. Right? Like Tia Corinne is future for ratchet 20-year-olds, and like I didn't think she would work on an alternative hip hop BC Boys kind of throwback sound. And she does. It's awesome. She's also on the Chance album, and not my favorite feature on that. And so I thought this was a nice change of pace. Bust it down. Very fun, very high energy, very summer.
I love it.
Love that. Let's listen to that. I'll close this out. I made a last second audible while Jeff and I was talking before the podcast because I forgot I heard it this week. Don't care. Everyone should go listen to the Black Friday remixes with Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
There we go.
Some of the best music ever that was never released, and we will still be waiting for that album.
We're still waiting for Black Friday. All
I
right.
need it in my life.
Well, here we go. That was a JID review, everybody.
JID Better.
Back again.
Like, comment, subscribe.
You should like if JID is better. You should subscribe if JID is better. And you should tell us who your favorite rapper is.
And you should comment JID is better.
Yeah, you should comment your favorite rappers so we can personally tell you to your face via the internet that JID is better. I don't care who your favorite rapper is. JID is better than them. Like, I literally posted that my friend, like my other group of friends. like their Discord, I've literally posted the album. It's like, I don't care who your favorite rapper is, JID is better. Like,
Just so you know, don't forget.
it's important.
If I didn't tell you already, JID is better.
Dude, that should. I'm gonna end the podcast before I say the next thing.